welcome in our special guest here on the show, Cowboys phenom, defensive back, Daron Bland. What's good, DB?
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Appreciate you joining us this morning. And I know it's a busy off season for you, trying to get better from an already fantastic year. So thank you for joining, man.
No problem.
So look, man, you had a debut unlike many other rookies I've seen before. Can you take us back to week 4 where you got that call right before the kickoff that you're starting in the slot, man? What was going through your mind? And when you got that pick, was that your I'm him moment? Because y'all all had some I'm him moments on that defense.
I wouldn't say that was my I'm him moment, but it was kind of like just like a wake up moment. It was kind of like just like another excited moment when that happened. It was like just like another burst of energy that like just kind of happened to like my career. It was like it was like something I'm kind of like almost telling myself like I'm here.
Yeah. When you were given the news, right? Was that a surprise to you, or were they building you up that, hey man, you might start, so prepare yourself as a starter?
Oh yeah, I was definitely going into the game. I did not think I was going to start. And then when we got the kickoff, next thing I know, I got somebody coming up to me saying, "You're up." And
wow,
I had to just change from there. I had to change my mindset from how I had to approach the game going in.
Man, look, I know, I can only imagine how fired up Dan Quinn was after that game. Because, we listen to Dan Quinn. We get fired up ourselves. What's it like having Dan Quinn lead that side of the ball, man?
Oh, man. Dan Quinn, he's got always brings like another burst of energy to the team. He's like almost like another teammate. That's how he is. Another brother. that's how close he is with the guys and everything.
Michael calls him
nice having. He's real close, but yeah. Look, it's nice having DQ around.
DQ and Al Harris, who is it? Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs talks about how Al Harris is big in his development. Did Al Harris latch on to you as well as a developmental player?
Oh yeah, definitely. Early on too, latched on. Just teaching me from the standpoint like from the corner standpoint, and then also being the nickel, and just allow me to like see different views. He was a great corner himself. So.
Yeah, he was. He's the famous interception. Does he talk about that a lot in overtime?
No, he ain't talking about that.
All right. I was just saying, I had to see. So when J. Lou went down, right, and he went out for the season, at that point in time, you knew your number was going to be called for the long haul, right? You knew I'm going to be the starter for the rest of the year. Was there an adjustment to how you prepared?
No, there was no adjustment. It was just that I had to kind of change my mindset, as in that I can't be a rookie no more.
Right.
I can't. I got to take the next step and act like a vet, because as a nickel, you got to control the defense and you got to speak up. So you got to change the mindset.
Can you speak on that, like the duties from the slot? Because I often tell viewers, I think it's might be tougher to play on the slot because you have to deal with two-way goals. You're probably not giving a lot of help. What are the duties like in there?
It's definitely different from the outside. Like you said, you got the two-way goal, a lot more space, and it's a lot more action. You almost in there with the linebackers. So it's a lot at first.
I can only imagine, man. And when AB went down, who was the veteran in that locker room, there was a lot of conversation about seeing you on the outside as opposed to the slot. And then we saw some of the struggles going on out there, and they elected to keep you in the slot. Was there a reason for that, or was it they wanted to make sure they had one spot locked down at the very least?
Yeah, I think we just have at least one spot. We were just trying to figure out what spot we could figure out where we put somebody else at. So.
Yeah, and then the playoffs got here, and boom, they put you right out there and put Izzy in the slot. Y'all start shutting things down. How long did Dan Quinn have that one in his pocket? How long was he cooking that one up in the lab?
Honestly, I don't know. He probably had that in his back pocket for a minute.
Yeah, because I had no idea Izzy was going to come down there and play in the slot. But you played a ton of snaps out wide, most of them, right, in the playoffs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now, though, they bring in a guy in Stephon Gilmore, a veteran who's been at the mountaintop, right? Super Bowl champion, defensive player of the year. When you heard that news, what was your initial reaction?
It was crazy. Like, it was like kind of something like you kind of like play around, like dream of, like, and then like actually kind of hearing it, like being a potentially happening. It was like really crazy to hear, and like I couldn't really put into words. Like to be just be in a conversation with like the top of guys that are the rookies.
You have a chance to talk to him yet? Pick his brain?
No, not yet.
Okay, cool. So no matter the spot they decide to put you at, because I feel like Gilmore is going to be out there at the boundary. You're going to be in the slot. But last year, no matter where they put you, you know, it never seemed like the moment was too big or the lights were too bright. What drives Daron Bland to have that kind of confidence so early, right, in your career?
I mean, what drives me is what I always like tell myself, like, I consider myself a DB, so wherever they put me at, I'm gonna make it happen. And so that's why that's what makes me like be level-headed and not try to make that moment be too high or too low. So that's what keeps me going.
Never get too high, never get too low. That's some good advice I have right there in life in general. So we talked about earlier your I'm him moment. You said that wasn't quite your I'm him moment. But I feel like every rookie gotta walk up to the NFL moment, whether it's camp, whether it's the regular season, postseason. What would you say is your hey Rook, welcome to the NFL moment?
I think my welcome to the NFL moment happened in camp.
What they do to you in camp, man?
Nah, camp. It was just I was one practice. It was like a couple practices. It was like I can't get nothing right. It was like nothing. Everything was going wrong. I was getting. I was bad in coverage. I was messing up plays and everything.
But you bounced back. I mean, I saw a handful of practices down there at camp, and you were one of the ones that stood out the most from the defensive back standpoint. So I think that says a lot about your mentality and ability to bounce back, because I'm sure they tell you guys all the time as a defensive back, you got to have that ability to forget.
Oh, yeah. You got to always forget.
Yep. Is that your superpower? Would you say that's your superpower? Having that ability to just go to the next play? Because like I said, I watched you in preseason. You made a ton of plays. And I remember a play against Seattle where, okay, boom, you got beat, right? But then after that, it's like you took that personal. And I don't think they completed a pass on you for the rest of the preseason game.
Yeah. After that, I was like, I seen the ball coming back again. I was like, I can't let it happen again.
So I ain't gonna keep you too much longer, but we're heading into year 2 for yourself. What are your off-season plans, and where do you want to get better heading into your big sophomore campaign?
Just going in and trying to make sure my body is right. First of all, so I can sustain this long season, longer than college. So that's first of all. Then just trying to stack on this for this rookie season, and just trying to get out there and just have fun, really.
Man, you've been doing a whole lot of that last year, Daron. Man, you led our team in interceptions with 5 as a rookie. It's extremely impressive, man. And I know Cowboys Nation is glad to have you. And I'm glad you joined the show, brother. I appreciate you coming in.
No problem.